What is up, YouTubers? I am back in my car again for another video. If I record in my car anymore, I'm gonna have to start calling these like car side to go vlogs or something. I wanted to do my first impressions video on the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6. And I actually had a video recorded the first day the cast was revealed, but my dumbass deleted it on accident. So now I have to do another video, and this time I'm just doing it on the fly. So it's my second first impressions video from memory. So if it sucks, I'm sorry. So I want to give my first impressions of the new queens on Season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race, because I want in on that action. And I also want to predict the order they're going to be eliminated in, and just to see how horribly wrong I am, or maybe I get some right. So I want to predict the order as well, because I love to watch the commentary videos, especially from the Throwing Shade girls, Coco and Isis. And of course, I love watching C. Maddox Bitch and Logan Hardcore. And you know, RuPaul, you should get at least one of those four on one of your seasons, because they are hilarious and probably can read a bitch down. Like, really. I think they'd probably cut a bitch. So you're hearing it from me. I want one of those four on some upcoming season of Drag Race. So I want to start with the queens that, to me, didn't make that big of an impact, at least from their casting interviews. And I could be wrong, and you know, once the season starts, we'll see who's really in it to win it. First one was Jocelyn Fox. Now, I've trolled the internet for months before the cast was revealed, because I always have to know what happens before it happens. And I wanted to see what names were likely to be on the show this season, and that name did not pop up anywhere. So I was surprised. Well, as you can see, the lighting changed a bit. That's because I was interrupted earlier by my coworker. Don't you hate when coworkers want to talk to you? Especially on your lunch break, but I had to be social. So, where was I? Yes, Jocelyn Fox. First girl I think that's going to be eliminated this season is Jocelyn Fox. Judging from her interview, she's very low energy to me. Kind of spacey, but maybe that's just her character, because I've never heard of Jocelyn Fox before. And she's one of the names that, when I was trolling the internet, didn't pop up once. So I'm predicting she might be the first one to go. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a beautiful, beautiful queen. And I saw her J-Lo on YouTube, and she's really good. But I think she'll be the first one to go. She seemed very vapid? Is that a good word? Kind of an airhead-ish. Maybe that's her character, though. She's very good at makeup, and she looks very feminine, and she's pretty. But it didn't look like there was much else there. Then there was Magnolia Crawford? Magnolia Crawford. What can we say about Magnolia Crawford? Well, oh, and Magnolia also was not in any of the rumor mills, from what I can tell, so that was out of left field. I bet you everybody's going to think she's the first queen to go, but I'm going to say she'll be the second queen to go, because maybe she'll surprise us on the first day. She has a great personality. Anyway, I don't know. She just seems very amateur-ish to me, comparative to the other queens. But maybe that's just her playing a little rope-a-dope. I think the third one eliminated, and I don't want this to happen, but I think it's going to be Bianca Del Rio. Only because, judging from her body of work I've seen on YouTube, she's kind of like her mouth is like a sailor. Wait, scratch that. Her mouth is like a ship full of sailors with Tourette's syndrome having a bad day. That's what Bianca Del Rio reminds me of. And I love that about her. And I really like Bianca Del Rio. And if you ever see her videos on YouTube or watch her perform, you can't even sit far from the stage. She's going to find you and she'll make fun of you probably. I mean, no matter where you're sitting, you're a target for Bianca Del Rio. But I think it might rub a lot of people the wrong way, including RuPaul. So I'm thinking she might go third because of that. During the game, she might be the bitch, and she might maybe step on too many toes and not make it as far as she should make it, because I think Bianca Del Rio is amazing. But I love her look. I love her makeup. Okay, I think the next one to go after Bianca is going to be Gia Gunn. Also unfortunate, because I wish she would go farther too. Gia might be sort of along the lines of Bianca as far as being maybe a little more confrontational and aggressive, and I think that might spell an early elimination for Gia Gunn. Gia Gunn, to me, is fierce from her videos I saw on YouTube. She can put on a goddamn show. And I liked her interview. She seemed actually relatable. So I think she'll be the fourth one gone, even though I don't want her to be the fourth one gone. And she is an Asian queen, and she seems she had some attitude. And then I think Trinity Bonet will be the fifth one eliminated. And there's no reason why. I just think compared to the queens that are left, she would be the weakest after the first four get eliminated. So I think it'd be Trinity Bonet. Trinity K Bonet. K for Kardashian, but for legal reasons we can't say it. She reminded me of Lanesha Sparks and Tyra Sanchez. And although Tyra won, Tyra was pretty fierce, so... But I think she'd probably turn it out on the lip sync, especially if it's a fast-paced song, because she can kill a Beyonce song. I saw that on YouTube. Beyonce song for the lip sync for your life, bitches better watch out, because Trinity got that. But I think she'd be the fifth one gone. I think the sixth queen eliminated will be Vivacious. Even though I kind of peg her to be like a, oh god, what's her name? Orange makeup. Coco Montrese. I don't think she's going to make it as far as Coco did last season. Just, I compare Vivacious to some of the other queens, and they seem a little more dynamic. I mean, Vivacious seemed very polished, but I don't think she's going to get too far. Okay, I think the seventh queen to be eliminated this season is going to be April Carrion. I think she's probably going to have trouble on the snatch game, like a lot of the Puerto Rican queens always end up having trouble on, if she makes it that far. I don't know why. Maybe it's the accent, but she doesn't really have much compared to the other Puerto Rican queens from past seasons. I have to add, she's probably the best English-speaking Puerto Rican queen out of all the seasons so far. So her look is very feminine, very polished, very pretty, actually. but I don't know if she can do anything besides pretty. So we'll have to find out. But as pretty as she is, she just didn't seem to have that it factor. The 8th queen I think that's going to be eliminated is going to be Milk. Now, Milk was one that I never heard of before. Now, Milk is one of the queens that, from all the trolling I did on the internet, she's one of the names that didn't pop up as far as being possible contestants. So when she did pop up and I saw the interview, I actually was pleasantly surprised. She reminded me of Tammy Brown, and I think Tammy Brown is one of her inspirations. I actually like Milk. I've never heard of Milk, the queen, the Dairy Queen. Milk does about a good queen, I don't know. But from the interview on Logo, I was really liking Milk. And that's why I'm predicting her to go further than the other ones that weren't on the radar before, because I think she's got a good act, she's got a good look, and she's going to be that wild card under the radar queen this season. So I think she'll be the 8th one eliminated, because the remaining queens are just going to be a lot fiercer than her, I think. Now, the 9th queen eliminated really breaks my heart, because I am totally team Adore Delano, but I think her run is going to stop in the top 6. I think it's going to be some epic throwdown between Adore and Laganja, and I think Laganja just might outperform her in a lip sync. For some reason, my gut's telling me something's going to happen like that, and it's going to take like the eventual winner to eliminate Adore Delano, because I think she's fierce, and I'm totally team Adore and team Laganja, but I think Adore is going to finish in the 6th spot. She's going to be the 9th one eliminated, I think. I don't want that. I wish it would be Adore in the top 3, and she could still be top 3. Who knows? We're just speculating at this point, but I love Adore Delano. I love Danny Noriega since American Idol. I think everybody loves Danny Noriega since American Idol. And his YouTube channel is hilarious. And if you haven't ever checked it out, you have to, because Danny Noriega is no filter funny. Adore Delano, in my heart, I want to be top 3. Okay, the 10th queen that I think is going to be eliminated is going to be Darien Lake. I mean, she does have the potential to make it top 3, and I wouldn't be mad if she was top 3, but I think she's going to be just top 5. She's funny, and she's not sloppy, so she's like Delta Work with a sense of humor. Darien Lake, she's the big girl this season from New York, and she is, of course, Pandora Box's drag mother. So she's like polished, big, and funny. So that's like a triple threat, I think. But I think the remaining queens are just going to outshine her, outclass her. So I think she's going to finish in 5th this season. The top 4, the creme de la creme, which is funny because I think the queen that's going to be in 4th is going to be Ben de la Creme. I think she's going to be so close to the finale, but not quite make it. Because, and I don't know, maybe because they don't want another Jinx Monsoon repeat to win. But I think she's going to finish 4th. But she could be top 3 too, and I wouldn't be mad at it. Ben de la Creme. Seattle queen. Very, very witty. I think it's Jinx Monsoon's really good friend, if not best friend. And I can see a lot of Jinx Monsoon in her. She's like Jinx Monsoon 2.0. And she might actually be a better version of Jinx Monsoon. Like a more confident version. Like she's got her character down packed. I'll say top 4 for Ben de la Creme. And then my top 3, I think, is going to be Kelly Mantle, Courtney Act, and Laganja Estranja. Kelly Mantle, I have never heard of until the cast was revealed. But then I started looking up videos, and I liked her cast interview. And I think she's got what it takes as far as being the triple threat to make it into the top 3. She's just the right mix that is pretty successful usually on this show. So that's why I think she'll be top 3. She says she acts and sings and does comedy, and I could see that from her interview. And I looked up some stuff on YouTube, and this bitch is fierce too. So Kelly Mantle might not have the prettiest face, but she's very quirky. And she seems like a triple threat, and I think she's going to be top 3. And there's rumors where she is top 3, so she'll be up there. And Courtney Act is polished for days. She is the most feminine out of the whole group, I think. And she's a YouTube star. And I know she's comfortable in front of an audience. So I know Courtney Act is probably the front runner. And I hope she doesn't falter like other front runners like Detox or something. But I think Courtney Act will be top 3, most definitely. I watch Courtney on YouTube through Willem's channel, through Stylish Vids. And Courtney seems like a sweetheart and very genuine. She's good at performing. She's like a triple threat because she can sing. She's from Australian Idol all those years back. So Courtney Act is definitely top 3, and I mean she's probably the front runner this season and a strong contender for the win. And then I think Laganja Estranja, of course, is going to be top 3. I think she's going to surprise people this season because they probably aren't expecting much from her because she's so new, or she's newer. But she can perform her ass off, and the only thing I didn't like is her cast interview. She seemed a lot different than what I expected from what I've seen from her other YouTube videos. She seemed like she was really going over the top in that casting interview. And I didn't like that, but I'm still team Laganja Estranja all the way. She's Alyssa Edwards' drag daughter, and this bitch can dance. She can do choreography for days. So I'm thinking she's going to impress some people this season, and she's going to finish top 3 and hopefully win. And who do I predict to win? Honestly, I think it's a toss-up between Courtney and Laganja. Courtney would be a good ambassador for RuPaul's Drag Race, but my heart tells me that Laganja Estranja might be the winner. She's young, she's fresh, she's got a great future. I mean, if you make it on the show, period, you have a good career ahead of you. But I think especially the top 6, Adore, Darian, Ben Delacreme, Kelly, Courtney, and Laganja are going to be just huge. So I guess we're going to have to wait to see what happens, but that's my first impressions. And comment down below. Tell me what your first impressions are of these queens, because I'm interested. And tell me, who do you predict is going to win or make top 3 or top 5? Or hell, just give me your whole list too, so we'll compare notes. All right? So I guess I'll see you in February when the season starts. Well, those were my not expert predictions because I am no expert at all. But I've always enjoyed watching RuPaul Drag Race, and I love watching the commentaries on YouTube. And these are my first impressions, and they're not based on any science or any skill. It's just what I got just from first impressions. But long story short, those were what I think. Oh, and because I do this every video, Dylan O'Brien,